Okay, welcome back. Now let's talk about fax capabilities on the Vox IP VoIP system. The Vox IP VoIP system by default has a fax server module available. It does require a license. You have to purchase a license to enable it. It's a one-time license. Once you purchase it, the fax server capabilities module will always be available for you from that point on. And setting up inbound faxes and outbound faxes is really simple. The first thing you need to do, let's talk about inbound faxing. We need to add an extension. And let's say you have a phone system that has a DIDs that are coming across a PRI, and those direct inward dial numbers, they have a range from 214-555-1000 to 199. So you can pick individual numbers out of there if you want to pull them out. Some of our customers will also get a second range just for faxing. So let's say they had 214-555-2000 through 2099. And what you want to do is you want to set up a CHAN-SIP extension. You want to use the extension number, and let's go ahead and just make it real simple. We'll make this the first one. I'll tell you what, let's make it something unique. Let's say 2075. And you want to identify it, and I always use the person's name and put fax at the end so I can identify this as a fax extension. I don't have to worry about the secret because this is only a placement holder. Nothing's really going to register under this user extension, so I just leave the super secret that the system automatically generates for me by default. But I do need to turn off the ACD capabilities of iSymphony, so I don't want to create a user under iSymphony, and I also want to turn off all the other iSymphonies. I don't need anything under voicemail, find me, follow, advanced, Zulu. I only have to make the extension under the general tab, put the name, the extension, and also turn off all the third-party ACD features that come on by default when creating an extension. So I'm going to hit submit. Go ahead and apply the configuration. That's step one, create the extension, the basic extension. The second step is going down to user management, and we want to create a user that can actually receive the faxes. And it's real simple. Just use the same extension you created as its user identification or its login name. Put in a password, and then you have to link it to that original extension that you created. So come down here, 2075. There I am. That's step one. Under the user details, I probably want to put in another description telling under my user management this is a fax. I want to put in the email address, and if I do not put in the email address, I will not receive this as an inbound email, the fax as an attachment, a PDF attachment to my email address. So if I leave that blank, the system's going to store it locally, and users will have to come in, log in through the UCP to retrieve that fax. And I definitely want to put in my fax number as well. Once those two are done, all you have to do last but not least is just go to the fax tab and enable it. Let's go ahead and hit submit. Apply the config, and now you can see I'm listed as a fax user. All these other users are here so they can actually log into their user control panel and do other features on their voicemail settings, their extension call forwards and things like that. But if for this user, we're just going to let them have a fax, inbound faxing. So we've done created our extension. We've gone under user management. We've made our user. Last but not least, we just have to create an inbound route for that fax. So whenever that fax DID is called, go ahead and put that in there. 2075. And then last but not least, choose the destination. And once again, this is a fax recipient, and there I am. So the system now knows anytime anybody comes across with that DID number of 214-555-2075, go ahead and send it to the fax recipient. And that's it. That's all you have to do. That user now can have their own fax capability services for their individual usage. Now, last but not least, if you're not going to have the faxes sent, you have to use the UCP and have that user log in. And once again, they'll have the ability to upload soft copies of faxes and then just send the fax, and the system will send it out for them. You, as the administrator, there is a fax configuration module where you can actually log in there and put your office header, if you have a logo and things like that, that always uses a cover sheet for them. So that's really how you do faxing. It's real simple. 9 times out of 10, most of the environments we see, it's only for inbound faxing. They still have their their hard fax machine sitting around to use paper and faxing and things like that if they don't have soft copies of what they're faxing. And a lot of people also, if it's some legal documents, mortgages, banks, things like that, they'll have the outbound faxing off another device as well. So that's faxing. On the next upcoming video, we're going to talk about Conference Bridge and how to set up a Conference Bridge and all the features that you can add to it to make it very professional, very high tone. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.